writing. When people ask me, how is your writing? I say, I have no time writing, I'm carving. When people ask me, how is your carving? I have no time carving, I'm writing. So it's easy to answer the question. To spend 10 years almost. And here is the second family photo I carved. Now this is wafuku, Japanese dress, but we're not Japanese. There's no point to carve a portrait with the Japanese dress. So we borrow a dress from a local Taiwanese friend. Turned out that there are two groups of people. One is Hakka, one is Holo. And this is Hakka dress. Then we are not Hakka, so I could not use it either. So I came back to say, oh, just give me a regular dress. So she picked this one. And this will show third place. And that is a dress. And I put a necklace there. Oh, in the show, something like this is third place, best of show. This is first, this is second. Animals worth more. Friendship. Okay, I wrote a book, Taiwanese language, an acoustical journey. And these two friends wrote two prefaces for me. He's a novelist, he is an essayist. And back to Taiwan, I would bring the work for him to see. He is satisfied, and he would treat us to a restaurant or autograph these many novels for me. And then I won the first place, best of show on this. But this is not perfect. Still have a critique from a good friend of mine, no partner. He said, look, this body is not balanced. Look at this left shoulder and right shoulder is tilted like this. So although I have won the first place, best of show, I corrected and cut this off. See this side. See this look better. Actually look better. Another carving. This time, Kathy Jones, Mrs. Kathy Jones said, look, the left-hand fingers are much smaller than the right-hand fingers. You can tell, I argue that. But the picture is just like that. And the way to correct it then is to move, to cut this foot up. To cut this area further down, to move the ankle more visible toward this side, to make the fingers look shorter. On this side, to carve the space between fingers deeper down, to make the fingers look longer. So this side is shorter, this side is longer. The total area did not change. Once corrected, I won the best of show, third place. And this is again for all of them, four of them. Politics. Now this is former President of Taiwan, 2008. He served 2 terms. And I have already mentioned that this picture was taken at the airport when he was coming to the state to receive Human Rights Award. Internationally, Human Rights President Scott Horton said of President Chen, the awardee, he said, President Chen is being recognized for his lifelong dedication to the international human rights movement, a leader of the human rights and democracy movement in Taiwan. Chen faced years of official repression, including imprisonment because of his strongly held views. He played a key role in Taiwan's movement from an authoritarian state to a modern pluralistic democracy. That's why he was awarded the Human Rights Award. At the beginning of his presidency, and what for the work he did before he became the president of Taiwan. Back in the Chiang Kai-shek era, that is the martial law era for 38 years. And that's why I decided to carve him. I don't know him. The design of this work was this heart. You can see the heart, the lover's heart between the couple. And here is a map of Taiwan from here to the south of This is map of Taiwan. And this is banana flowers, Taiwan's budding democracy, love for the motherland. And this is the International Human Rights logo. Human rights are the foundation of human civilization, is what I said right here. And the date, 2004, 228. That is the date when 2 million people line up hand in hand around the island, defend Taiwan democracy, demonstration against China's threat. And that is Penguin Alliance leaders, Li Denghui. This is the only 2 Taiwanese presidents. This one first, and then this is Chen in hands across Taiwan demonstration, February the 28th, 2004. See, all the people line up around Taiwan like this. Let me show you a small segment of this.
其实知道，大家是爱台湾的，我们要受中共的威胁。
See, all day long they have all people around the island. Okay, that's enough. Still photo. Line of people just like this. Across every town, every mountain, every highway, every bridges, all around the country. See this on highway, just like that. And Judy and I were bused to a small town with this piece of work. It's about 50 miles from Taipei. And I took orders first. I knew that people would be interested in this piece of work, so I decided to cast into bronze. I took the order first. And I had 40 orders. I made 40 copies of this bronze. Done in Taiwan, each piece cost $210 each piece. In Cincinnati, the cost quoted me was $250. Look at the difference. No wonder everything's made in China now. And later I learned how to cast into plaster from a local sculptor, Mr. John Leon. This is his class I was doing one summer. Make the rubber mold, like that, and pour in plaster, and lifted it. Oh, beautiful product, so easy. So this piece, I have over here, plaster and bronze, both are cast from the same wood carving. One of the friends who bought this bronze gave a copy to the president. The reason being, she is a music professor, CCM PhD. She's teaching in Taiwan, and she gave one piece to the president because one of her students is the daughter in internet connection. And soon he received this. He quickly signed, autographed 2 copies of this new book and gave it to that music teacher. And he heard that one of the 2 copies is for the sculptor. See his glory day, May 2000. He won the first term of presidency. This is 2000, and this is about the same time. See, after 2 terms, see what happened to him. Less than 5 days, he was quickly put in jail, handcuffed like that. He has been in jail up to now. It's nearly 6 years. He had become so weak, so sick, he could not walk without any help. His hand trembled when people visited him. And this thing happened in other countries also. In 2009, in June, Judy and I were curious enough to see what they were charging him about. So we decided to go to Taipei court for the court hearing of President Chen. See how the court was protected, was surrounded by his policemen. And our passport examining photos and everything recorded before we can go into the courtroom. And we found out that nothing but they were repeating the same, whatever they accused him of, as the record. Asked him to see, we did this last time, yes, and then one by one. There's no new charges, just repeating the records. Ask him to confirm the records that went through. His mother, his old mother, at one of the Mother's Day, they have a party in her honor, the president's mother. And I wrote a poem for her. And also, they somehow they have a piece of bronze, and they put in auction at that Mother's Day auction for $4,000 at the party in Taipei. Yes. And then he come to this old guy. He is now 96 old. He had a last birthday last November. I carved this, or briefly, I met him in 1981. He came to Cincinnati, 1981, to promote his book, 400 Years of Taiwanese History. And 2 years before, 2 years ago, he came to New York to speak to the Taiwanese community. He has one line saying, we ought to be a good person first before we can be a good Taiwanese. And I read his speech. This line caught me, so I decided to write him and ask him to write down what he said. This is just said that be a good person first, then we can be a good Taiwanese. That's his own writing. So I used the laser and asked the woodcraft to laser his autograph here. And then I handcarved something like this in Chinese characters, not in English. This is for you to see. In gratitude to Mr. Sumin, that's his name, for his lifelong devotions to Taiwanese independence revolution and setting a good example for the young to follow. And that's my name, that's 96th birthday. I did not know they were going to have a party last year in Taipei. I simply wrote his secretary. I said, I have a piece, this piece to present it to him. When I back home last November, and she wrote